Hey everyone, it's Phil here, and this is such an important video for anyone starting a service business with Booking Koala. You have to watch it from finish till end. It's not very long, but I'm going to literally tell you what you cannot be doing and what you should be focusing on. Because although this $1 million in revenue entrepreneur who's made it there in less than 2 years is doing such an amazing job, there is still so much improvement to be made. And I want you guys to see some of the important things that you should be looking at when you guys are growing your service business and starting with Booking Koala or any kind of software. Okay. Some people look at savings even when it's like $20 per month or anything like that, when they should be looking at how much more can I grow and how many hours per day can I save. And then it literally becomes an obvious choice of how you should approach anything when you guys are spending money looking for softwares, looking for systems, and growing your service businesses. Okay, let me play the clip and make sure you guys watch it from start to finish.
Your whole mindset can be completely different. And as long as you're okay with that and you're happy, everything else is secondary, right?
Absolutely.
Software side of things. How big a role does tech play in your business and day to day operations?
It's definitely evolved a lot. And I think I made the right decisions in the right times. I don't like regret anything. We started off by having nothing per se, except like a Stripe integration to a form called Cognito. It was like literally a form builder. You just like put whatever questions you want. As I kept going, the annoying part of that was that every time somebody books, I have to input them into a calendar. And I had an iCloud calendar for each cleaner, which have like one or two of them. It's like not a problem. So I was doing that and it was like a long form. And I don't know, I switched it up to be like a multi-step form, like what's your name? Next. Address next. And that increased our revenue like so much, so many new bookings just from that simple step. And then I was like, you know what? Let me collect the leads first. Like, and as an example, like you would have a form. What's your name? Click next. You take to the death form. Also increased a lot of our conversions because I would send them text messages saying like, hey, here's a discount code, for example. As we kept growing, that Cognito thing, like it was okay. We had an integration that would send the booking to the calendar and then I have to assign it to a cleaner. Like that's the first automation I did. And then we had 6, 7 cleaners. I'm like, damn, like it's getting tedious. Like I wouldn't know who's available as an example. Like, that horizontal view on Outlook calendar, for example, on Booking Koala. For those who don't know, Booking Koala is like Outlook. When you want to schedule a meeting with someone, you can see like all the attendance in there.
All right, guys, so this is such an important part, and you could literally do all of this inside of Booking Koala. And I talk about this in many videos where, switching from one step form to a multi step form increases so much conversions. And it's the same thing, when you collect an email before they even book, because then once you collect the email, you can literally send text messages and emails to them and push them to book with you if they haven't. So he says he used an external software at the beginning until, of course, he switched to Booking Koala. But you could literally do all of this inside of Booking Koala with one software instead of juggling multiple. And it increases so much more revenue and makes you so much more money.
Like available spots. I was like, how can I get that? Like, it's so annoying when you have like many cleaners, you don't know like who's available, who's not available. Somebody asked for a day off, blah, blah, blah. So I started adding like an event for every day saying like, oh, tell them available, this not available. It was fine. But at some point I was like, yeah, we need to like look into some sort of thing that would help. And that's when I was like researching Launch 27, Booking Koala, I don't know, like the House Call Pro, Jobber, blah, blah, blah. All these places, like each one of them had like different pricing, different features, and we ended up going with you guys. It was like reasonable pricing. It was what we're looking for essentially, and that helped us a lot specifically with the booking, like the recurring appointments. Like I think like it's very good how it has like that button where you just like biweekly and automatically updates the cost. You see it right there and then. So I think that the booking form is great. I know on the pro feature, which we don't have yet, like has the multi-step form. I don't think we're having issues right now with the form currently. Like it's it's doing a good job. So that was really helpful. And then the horizontal view of cleaners was really helpful in terms of tech helping us staff cleaners. Definitely like having a software like that helps you with utilization of cleaners. Like you don't want to be underutilized, having cleaners and not knowing they're available and not giving them an appointment. It helps a lot with the self-serve functionality. Like back on when I used to use Cognito.
So a couple things here. One, he went with us because of, all the things that we offer, plus that we're reasonably priced. That's huge because that's the exact thing that we're going for. We don't have investors. We're still a very large company and we're trying to get to as big as possible. My goal is, $1 billion valuation and helping as many people as possible. And I don't ever want to increase prices because I know what it feels like when you start, with nothing. So I never want to increase prices. So that's one thing that you guys should know. Two, he says that he's still not a premium user and he's doing, I think, 50 some $1,000 per month in revenue. That is one thing that I would tell you guys. Okay. He already understands the importance of systems, yet he still hasn't pushed himself to premium. Maybe since the interview is couple weeks old, couple months old, now maybe he's already on premium plan. I'm not sure. But as he was doing this interview, he still hasn't pushed himself to premium. And that is huge because the money, set that money aside. It's not a huge jump, but it literally is a game changer. Not only would this save him time, his employees time, and we're talking about so many hours at his scale, but it would literally make so much more money. So you cannot look at premium as one feature. You have to look at it as a whole system. It's an entirely different system from the other plans, and it literally is a game changer. So at his level, you should literally be on premium because, unless you don't want to make more money, unless you don't want to save yourself more time, then stay on the starter or the growing plan. But if you want all of those things, which I don't know who wouldn't, more time for family, more time for going out, more time doing other things, then go on premium. Okay, let's continue.
Like I have to manually block each time frame. Like let's say I don't have anybody available on the 29th at 1 p.m. I have to go and put that I'm not available for every single one of them. That was tedious. Like now it's cool that when somebody wants to book, once I staff someone on a time period, they're blocked off. Nobody can book them. That's very cool and really saves a lot of admin work. Outside of the use of Booking Koala, we have some integrations in terms of like sending the names of clients who book on Booking Koala to open phone. I have automations that take things from Booking Koala to a sheet where I track everything. I'm trying to create regression models to like have an exact timing of every single type of clean, how long it takes. I want it to be as accurate. Like I want the R squared, like how accurate the regression model is to be as close to reality as possible to help me like evaluate pricing, cleaners performance. I'm currently working on like, we have an integration. Like, have you heard of app scripts on Google Sheets?
Little bit, yeah.
So like you can write code in there and have it run like extremely complicated analysis for you. And I'm not from a coding background, not at all, but ChatGPT, tell the logic, it writes this code block for me, put it in there. It's giving me so many good insights, as in like, I want to know on average how long it takes to clean a 1 bed, 1 bath moving cleaning. And then give me like the average for each cleaner and highlight in red who's like performing less than average, for example. Pay, that's how we issue pay. Run a script. It takes all the booking data for me based on the logic I define. For example, we pay a flat rate for the cleaners for any recurring client.
So one thing here where I think he's overcomplicating things is when you're rating cleaners, you should literally be having one simple, easy system. Always remember that when we built out Booking Koala, we do it in a way that we know that this is the absolute best way of doing things, not based on my own experience, but how others are handling things. And inside Booking Koala, all you have to do is just collect reviews on the provider, and you will be able to see who your best providers are. And from what I always like to say is get rid of your worst providers as soon as possible and keep the best ones on there. So from the review system, at the end of the day, you should have literally the best, most talented top rated near 5-star review providers for any service that you may be growing. And that's all you need. It is extremely simple. You don't need any other reports. You don't need anything. Just make sure people are filling out your review forms, which automatically is attached with your provider. And that is the easiest way to scale. No integrations, nothing else. Just look internally at what's going on. And in my opinion, everything under one roof is much better than splitting across many integrations. That's going to get complicated, especially if you scale. Okay.
Current client, it's a flat fee pay. It's not an hourly, but for like deep lanes and moving lanes, it's hourly. All that is calculated through that script. It pops up like a table for me. Like, here's the thing that you should pay this cleaner, and I just pay them that. Outside of that, I really don't have much automations. That's like really all we have. I think some people I see on the Booking Koala Facebook, a lot of people love integrations and stuff, and I'm sure it's useful. It's just not the highest ROI for me at the moment. Like, I'm sure you can create Airtable and this and that, and it's so cool to see like what people are doing. But I think that's a focus for the future for me. I don't know.
And do you remember when you switched from that convoluted little
Yeah.
you had with Stripe to signing up with us?
I remember it. So I remember it. It was not like when I joined Booking Koala, I think we were at the 40K in revenue per year, I think. Sorry, per month, if I'm not mistaken. But I remember like setup was a little difficult in the beginning, but then once you set things up, it really helps reduce the burden of admin work. Like, I remember my girlfriend and I would be like, oh my God, how does this person book? Like, we're blocked. We blocked it off. Oh my God. It's like just defining those settings on Booking Koala, like, hey, automatically put a hole in the card, automatically charge the client, automatically like block appointments for tomorrow after 8 p.m., automatically like all those things that are like admin burden, which are like probably fine when you have 2 clients like a month. But once we got to the point where
50K a month, I just got to stop. You're doing 50K a month manually inputting on iCal, and wow, that
yeah, it was tough.
that's impressive.
I wish I could show you like the calendar. It looked horrible. Like, I could
On
send you.
top of a 9 to 5, that's
Yeah, I could
God
show you.
bless.
I
God
could show you.
bless.
This is honestly super impressive because you guys have no idea how much of a head start you have if you start with Booking Koala. Any plan, even the cheapest one for $27 a month, all of this goes away. So somebody that was doing $30,000, $40,000 per month doing all these things manually, this is, I mean, absolutely insane. I understand this concept maybe 15 years ago, 10 years ago maximum. But now, if you guys are starting in the last 5 years and you are not utilizing things like Booking Koala, that is just crazy. All that could have went away. It's all automated. You just look at things instead of, searching minutes, sometimes hours to move things aside. It literally saves you so many hours I can't even imagine.